Digital transformation for a B2B business does not mean that you are adding an e-commerce section to your website, and it does not mean that you are changing your business model to sell B2C. Don't try to redo your business model. Don't try to change and become something what you're not. Digital transformation means you are harnessing the strength of the digital world in order to continue to execute your current strategy even better than you are now. Your digital transformation has to do with the fact that all you have is a website that is a brick wall and isn't collecting information. You have to show up where all of your existing buyers are. Digital transformation is not a silver bullet. No matter how many gadgets and gravity forms and Klaviyo and analytics and remarketing services that you use, you will not succeed if you don't understand how to use them, why to use them, when to use them, which ones to use if you're B2B, which ones to use if you're B2C. So I get frustrated when software as service businesses are like, this is the panacea for you. You now are going to have your wildest dreams. No, it doesn't work that way. It never did. It's little and often wins the race. It's consult with experts who can help you. It's do the research on Google if you can't afford experts. It's reach out to a mentor if you need a quick snippet of advice or to run something by. But you will not magically achieve anything with one piece of software, one piece of kit, or one plugin for your website. It is going to take you understanding what to use, when, and why. Digital transformation is called transformation for a reason. It's not just plugging in things. It's not just building a website. It's understanding how to operate and what tools to use to operate inside of the digital footprint. Question that I get asked when people aren't harnessing the digital world at all to support their B2B business is, does this mean I have to go into e-commerce? The answer is no, absolutely not. If you aren't supporting your B2B business with a digital footprint at all, or maybe you're only just doing posting on social media, step one is your website. Make sure that your house that you're going to invite everybody to is ready. Step two is thinking about who do you want to drive to your website and where do they spend most of their time online? Are they on LinkedIn? Are they on Instagram? Show up where they are. Are they opening emails only? Gather that email list and show up where they are and help drive them to your website by telling them how you solve a problem for them. Those are your first two steps on transforming your business into harnessing the strength of digital technology. Not changing your business model, not adding e-commerce, just beginning to meet your buyers where they are online.
Hi, El Hill here. Do you want to learn how to get on the phone with any buyer that you want to work with without an introduction or a referral? Click to get the downloadable that we've made for you that you can start using right away and will be really useful for your business and growing your revenue.
Do you guys know what programmatic digital advertising is? If you advertise at all on LinkedIn, Instagram, etc., back in the day, and maybe even today, you would select the audience that you wanted to target. Over 40, median income of this, or college education level, degree level. You would pick an audience and you would start targeting to them. And maybe you would A/B test. You would pick a different audience too, and you would see which audience did better. Okay, that is really the analog version of programmatic digital advertising. What programmatic digital advertising does is it will make 182 different buckets of those personas that you are marketing to. And it starts by spending very little amounts on very, very many different buckets of those personas. And rapidly, via the strength of technology and algorithms, determines who responds and converts into a purchaser. And rapidly, you are able to go out and find the people who are most likely to be in need of the solution that you provide and drive that traffic and them to your site. That, my friend, is programmatic digital advertising. So you can imagine the efficiency of this more expensive, but very efficacious type of digital marketing. So any digital marketing company that comes in and says, we're going to make you automated flows, we're going to make you everything, and we're just going to plug it in and it's just going to work magic, is telling you a lie. Because the magic happens when you use digital to amplify and underpin the best practices that your team, your human team, is exceptionally good at. Make sure you identify what do they like to do, what are they good at, make sure they're focusing on the things that are right for them, and then have the digital infrastructure and strategy to underpin their strengths and amplify their successes. People often talk to me about, do you do digital marketing strategy oversight? Or do you do marketing? I think the lines, I know, the lines are no longer there. It is omni-channel marketing, and the more we try and think about that, we're using our digital marketing to drive offline business, we're using offline marketing to drive online business, we're using offline access to consumers to gain access to interacting with them via their emails. It is omni-channel marketing. People stop thinking that we have a digital marketing strategy, and that is to drive traffic to our website, and then we have an army of salespeople, and that is to actually execute sales. This is the wrong way of thinking about it, and that's like having the most powerful lever and only pulling it halfway. It's the very interaction of the two that really, when executed properly according to a well-planned strategy, comprehensive omni-channel strategy, will yield you the most in the increase of your top-line revenue. I wanted to walk you through what happens if you follow a consistent, little and often robust social marketing strategy, digital social marketing strategy. So if you're B2B, you're probably doing this on LinkedIn. And if you're B2C, you're probably doing this on Instagram. I'll follow this trajectory of one of our clients. He had maybe 10 people or 20 people visiting his profile a day on LinkedIn. We instructed him to start posting once a day and increase that daily until he got to 2-3 times a day, spacing them out 4 hours apart. Over the course of 3 weeks, he went from less than 10 people visiting his profile per week to over 100 people visiting his profile per week. We were watching his profile views as a KPI, a key performance indicator. Then people started DMing him, who had visited once or twice, kept seeing the consistent messaging where he was saying the same thing, showing his expertise, adding value, solving their problems. So then we started watching how many leads were coming to him, how many people were DMing him and saying, hey, could you help me? And then we started tracking how many of those leads, 1 per week, 2 per week, 1 per week again, 2 per week, steadying out at 3, 4 per week. But none of this had happened before he had a diligent, little and often consistent behavior that took up an hour of his day every day. And I wanted to walk you through that example because he now has a consistent lead generation method that takes up an hour of his day every day, but he doesn't have to lose an hour of sleep any night because he knows that he's doing something that will bring him a steady stream of work. Use of funds versus sales projections, okay? When you take a look at your 3 to 5 year business plan, if you don't have one, just go back to basics. I don't care if it's on a Saturday, and make one. What is the growth that you would want, and what is the growth that you anticipate? And how are you using your funds to make sure that growth is happening? The single most frequent mistake that I find in businesses that are taking a look at this is the fact that they are not allocating sufficient funds to digital advertising. They have underestimated that in the online world, you have to find out who the right customer is for you via your advertising intelligence and analytics, and then you have to drive that traffic to your site, and that costs money. So if you're only putting a few $100 into your digital advertising and you are an online e-commerce business, you're probably not funding the growth that you would like to achieve. So do that business plan, take a look at your use of funds, and make sure that you're allocating sufficiently for digital advertising. when people think of, I need a digital footprint or I need to get online as a B2B business, they think I need social media, when what they really need is an interactive website that's collecting analytics, direct marketing emails, a newsletter strategy, positioning as thought leadership, a data analytics dashboard that shows them what's happening when they push things out on social media, how they deliver returns. So I wanted to say this again, having a digital footprint is so much more than only social media. These companies, that are making it through and coming out on the other side of this lockdown, I wish they would take a fraction of the budget, 20%, 25% if they can, more if you can, and invest it into the future of your business, into being able to listen to your consumers online via analytics, where you can hear what they want and what they need before they even pick up the telephone to talk to you. I just wish they would take all that budget on trade shows, hotels, meals out, flights, all the staff, the booths. Take some of that budget and invest it in being able to market your business and to operate inside of a digital footprint and to listen to the consumer. The pandemic did not cause this, did not change this. Your buyers are spending 70% of their journey online, and you should be investing in it.